Children, now see the types of beaks. Children, you know that bird beak is useful for taking the food. Okay. All bird species have a beak adapted for acquiring. Adapted for acquiring. Acquiring means taking. Okay. Acquiring. Handling. So after taking, it should handle, children. Otherwise it will fall down. The food will fall down. Handling and consuming. Consuming means eating. So one is acquiring, how it takes. Handling, how it handles. And consuming, how it swallows or how it eats. Numerous types of beaks are seen, but the majority of the birds may be classified as one of the 6 main styles. Here also, how many, children? 6 types of beaks are there. So once again I repeat, all bird species have a beak adapted for acquiring means taking, handling. So without falling the food, it should handle, and consuming means eating their particular food. Numerous types of beaks are seen, but majority of birds may be classified as having one of the 6 main styles. First one, small, hard and pointed beak. What is the first one, children? Small, okay, hard and pointed beak. Small, hard and pointed beak. Here see, children, in this figure, the first one, this beak is very small, like this. It is very small. Okay, small, hard and pointed beak. It's very small but very hard, but the needle-like point will be present. Sparrows, pigeons, peacocks and finches. So here sparrows, pigeons, peacocks and finches. Sparrows, you know, children, pigeons and peacocks. Usually we see, and finches are also the birds, eat seeds and grains. So these eat seeds and grains. Seeds and grains. They can break their food by their beaks into small pieces. So with the help of this beak only, they break the food into small pieces. Once again I'll tell here. Small, hard and pointed beak is the first type of beak. We have 6 types here. Majority of the birds have 6 types of beaks only. So the first one is small, hard and pointed beak. So the pigeon, peacock, sparrow and finches, they eat seeds and grains. So they have to break the food, children. Otherwise, if they consume without breaking, they can't digest. That is why they have to break outside only. How they break? They break with the help of that beak. Second one, hooked beak. What is that second one, children? Hooked beak. This is the first one, small, hard and pointed beak. Second one is hooked beak. Second one is hooked beak. So the name indicates it's like a hook. It is like a hook. So you can observe this hooked beak in parrots, children. It's like a hook. Okay. So parrots are characterized by their short curved beaks. Short. So parrots are characterized by, that means they have short curved. See, this is the curve. The curve is there like this. Short curved beaks. Short curved beaks. It enables them to crack the seeds and nuts. The parrot crack the seeds and nuts with the help of this beak only, children. Seeds and nuts. And assist them in gripping barks and branches while climbing as well. So this beak helps in gripping. That means usually when we move from one branch to other branch, we will take the grip of that branch with the help of our hands. Yes or no? But these parrots will not be having hands, no. So even they take the grip with the help of the beak. Okay, so here once again I repeat, hooked beak, it is like a hook. It is a special for parrots. They have short and curved beaks, enables them to crack the seeds and nuts, and they take the grip with the help of this hooked beak, okay, while climbing. Third one is sharp, strong and hooked beak. Strong, sharp and hooked beak. Okay, strong, sharp and hooked. It's very strong and very sharp and hooked. So like this, children. See, this is like a beak. Eagles, vultures, kites, owls. Eagles, vultures, kites and owls. Eagles, vultures, kites and owls have strong, sharp and hooked beak. They tear the flesh. Tear means like this. We will tear the flesh with the help of the side teeth, which is called as canines. But these birds like eagles, vultures, kites and owls, they tear. Why? Because these are carnivorous birds. They eat the flesh of the dead animals. I told you already. So while eating, they have to tear. So they tear with the help of this hooked, curved and strong beak. So once again I repeat these three. First one, small, hard and pointed beak. Sparrows, pigeons, peacocks and finches, they eat seeds and grains. So they break their food with the help of this small, hard and pointed beak. Hooked beak, this is the second one. So parrot is the best example. They crack the nuts and seed with the help of this hooked beak. Even they take the grip of the branches while climbing with this help of the beak. Strong, sharp and hooked beak. Eagles, vultures, kites, owls have strong, sharp and hooked beak. They tear the flesh into small pieces. Okay. Children, now see the fourth one. Short and broad beak. Short and broad beak. The beak is very short like this. Okay, beak is very short, but the broad is there. Okay, width is there. The swallow has a, here see, this is a bird. The swallow has a broad and short beak. They catch tiny flying insects. So the swallow catch tiny. The swallow catch tiny flying insects. Flying insects, they catch tiny flying insects and flies which stick inside their mouth while flying. So the swallow has a broad and short beak. They catch tiny flying insects and flies which stick inside their mouth while flying. So this is how they will use the beak. Next one. Take page number 60. Long and slender beak. So long, okay, long and slender beak. So fifth one is long and slender beak. Long and slender beak. Long and slender beak. The hoopie. What is the bird's name, children? Hoopie. Okay, the hoopie has a long and slender beak. They use their beak to pull out insects from the hole in the ground. See, children, how it will be. It's a very long and slender. The insects will be present inside the hole of the ground. They pull the insects from that hole with the help of the long and slender beak. Next one, a broad, long and pointed beak. Last one is broad, long and pointed beak. Broad, long and pointed beak. Kingfishers and storks. So what is that, children? Kingfishers. Yes, kingfishers and storks. Kingfishers and storks have broad, long and pointed beaks. Broad, long and pointed beaks like this. The kingfishers and storks will have broad, long and pointed beaks. They catch fish from rivers and ponds for its food. So once again I repeat these types of beaks, children. First one, small, hard and pointed beak. Sparrows, pigeons, peacocks and finches. They eat seeds and grains. They crack their food by breaking into small pieces. Hooked beak. Parrots will be having this hooked beak to eat or to crack seeds and nuts and for gripping also. Strong, sharp and hooked beak. Eagles, vultures, kites and owls have strong, sharp and hooked beak. They tear, as they are carnivorous birds. They eat the flesh of the dead animals. They tear the flesh into small pieces. Short and broad beak. The swallow is a bird which has a broad and short beak. They catch the tiny flying insects and flies which stick inside their mouth. Long and slender beak. The hopi has a long and slender beak. They use this beak to pull out the insects from the holes in the ground. Broad, long and pointed beak. Kingfishers and storks have broad, long and pointed beak. They catch fish from the rivers and ponds for its food. Okay. Children, so far we have seen the feathers and beaks. Now let's see the types of foot. Children, foot means, yes, the legs. Birds use their claws to catch food. So sometimes not only with the beaks, birds also use the claws to catch food. Okay, birds use the claws to catch the food and to protect themselves. So these birds use the claws, I mean the legs, to catch the food and to protect themselves. They use them to sit on the branches. So they use them to sit on branches. These birds use the claws to sit on the branches. Their feet and claws are suitable for these functions. So the feet and claws. The feet and claws are useful to catch the food, to protect themselves and to sit on the branches. The feet and legs are covered with scales. What are those, children? The feet and legs are covered with scales. Birds have 2 or 4 toes on each foot. How many? 2 or 4 toes. We have 5 toes, no? Like that, birds have 2 or 4 toes. Claws on the feet are used for grasping the prey. Are used for grasping the prey. Prey means food, children. Prey means food. To grasp, I mean to catch the prey, for perching, for tearing, okay, and for scratching the ground or for fighting. So these are the uses of the foot. So once again I repeat, birds use their claws to catch food and to protect themselves. They use them to sit on branches. Their feet and claws are suited for these functions. The feet and legs are covered with scales. Birds have 2 or 4 toes on each foot. Claws on the feet are used for grasping the prey, for perching, for scratching the ground, or for fighting. Okay. Right. Children, now let's see the types of foot. First one is wading foot. What is this, children? Wading foot. The long legs of killdeer. What is that, children? Killdeer. So it's a bird. Killdeer, it's a bird, children. Make it possible for them to wade into ponds. Okay, that means the long legs of the killdeer make it possible them to wade into ponds and streams to catch fish and eat small water animals. So the long legs of the killdeer make it possible to wade into the pond. That means make it possible to go into the ponds to catch the fish and to eat small water animals with the help of the legs only. That is wading foot. And example is stork and heron. Example is, what is the example, children? Stork and heron. These birds also do like that only. With the help of the long feet, they wade into the ponds and rivers, so that they can, wade means move, okay, so that they can catch the fish with the help of their feet. Second one, swimming foot. What is the second one, children? Second one is swimming foot. Ducks and loons. So it's a bird, children. Ducks and loons. So here ducks and loons. Ducks and loons have webbed feet like this. See, this is the webbed feet. Children, have you observed the feet of a duck any time? So that is a webbed feet which they use to paddle through water. They move through the water, paddle through the water. So ducks and loons have, okay, that is called a swimming foot. And here one fact finder is there, children. An ostrich is the largest bird and heaviest living bird. Children, do you know ostrich? It is the largest and heaviest. What is that, children? Ostrich. Okay, ostrich is the largest and heaviest bird. Ostrich is the largest and heaviest bird, living bird. It cannot fly, but it can run at a speed of 70 kilometers per hour. See how much speed it will be running. 70 kilometers per hour. It cannot fly. Ostrich cannot fly. Why? Because it is the heaviest and largest, but it can run with a speed of 70 kilometers per hour. And third one is climbing foot. Third one is, what is this, children? Climbing foot. Climbing foot. Woodpeckers have sharp, curved claws that help them to climb and to clutch the bark of the trees. See, children, this is the picture of the woodpecker. The meaning is there. Woodpecker, it can clutch and perk, so it can simply clutch the bark of the trees. It can climb. But to climb, it should have sharp and curved claws. So woodpecker have sharp and curved claws. Sharp and curved claws. Woodpecker. So woodpecker have sharp and curved claws that help them to climb and to clutch the bark of the trees. 2 toes point forward, 2 point backward. So the toes will be there. 2 toes point forward and 2 toes backward. Forward and backward, like that. Next one is perching foot. What is this, children? Perching foot. Okay, we will continue. So once again I repeat, first one is wading foot. The long legs of killdeer. What is this, children? Killdeer make it possible for them to wade into the ponds and streams to catch and eat small fish and small water animals. So example is stork, and next one is heron. Swimming foot, next one is swimming foot. Ducks and loons have a webbed feet so that they can swim. And one fact finder is also there. Ostrich is the largest and heaviest bird. It cannot fly, but it can run at a speed of 70 kilometers per hour. Next one is climbing foot. So climbing means the meaning indicates it go up. Woodpeckers climb with the help of the sharp curved claws. Okay, the claws help them to climb and to clutch the bark of the trees. It scratch the bark of the trees. The two toes point forward and two toes backward. Okay. Children, now let's see the fourth one, perching foot. All songbirds, children, you know that birds also sing? Yes. Are perching. They make the sound which is called as perching. Have three toes point forward and one pointing backward. You have seen that woodpecker, two toes point forward and two toes backward. But all the songbirds or perching birds have three toes forward. Okay, three toes forward and one toe backward. Three toes forward and one toe backward. Such birds, like these children, such birds clamp their toes around a branch to keep from falling off. Clamp means fix their toes. Three toes forward and one toe backward. They clamp around the branch. Okay, to keep from falling off. Example is crow and sparrow. Children, do you know crow? Yes, which is black in color. And sparrow. These birds will have three toes forward and one toe backward so that they can clamp to the branch which prevents from falling off. And next one is grasping foot. Fifth one is grasping. Fifth one is grasping foot. Hawks and owls. What is this, children? Hawks and owls. Hawks and owls have sharp curved claws or talons. It's a type of talons is also called like these, children. These are called talons. Sharp curved claws or these are called talons, with which they catch their prey. So with the help of these claws, they catch the food. They use their strong claws to crush their victims and to carry them away. So they crush with these claws which are very sharp, children. They crush and they can carry away. Hawks and owls. One more fact finder is here. Homing pigeons are bred to find their way home from long distances. That means these pigeons, homing pigeons, they find their way from long distances away and have been used for thousands of years to carry messages. So if you have seen the movies also, the old movies, the king used to send the messages to other kingdom with the help of the pigeons only. Yes or no? So they find their way, they won't forget. They remember the way, even it is 1,000 miles, it is very distant of place also. So that is one of the fact finders. So once again I repeat, the five types of foot are wading foot, which help them to wade into the ponds and streams to catch and eat small water animals like fish. Example is killdeer, stork and heron. Swimming foot, ducks and loons have webbed feet which is useful for swimming. And you know that one of the fact finders, ostrich is the heaviest and largest bird which cannot fly but it can run at a speed of 70 kilometers per hour. Climbing foot, woodpeckers have a sharp curved claws which used to climb the tree and to clutch the bark of the trees. In woodpeckers, two toes point forward and two toes backward. Perching foot, all songbirds or perching birds have three toes forward and one toe backward, so that they clamp to the branch which prevents them from falling off. Example is crow and sparrow. Grasping foot, hawks and owls have sharp curved claws or talons which they can catch the prey. They crush that, they using the strong claws and carry them away. And you know that home pigeons are bred to find their way home from long distances away and have been used for thousands of years to carry messages. Okay.